All right, man, let's get the first hot seat going with my man David in the building. Dave, man, where you represent, man? Where you from, bro?
All right. New York resident, Bronx resident, um, just maintaining. I'm, I'm, I'm 45 years old.
Okay.
I turned 46 on Halloween.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. So I'm knocking on 50's door. So I'm trying to get right before I turn 50.
Yeah, nah, I hear that. I hear that. So share with me, man. So we've been working together for how many months now?
Since the end of April, so on to about 2.5, 3 months,
It's
roughly.
about been 2.5, 3 months. All right, all right. And thus far, how would you say you would describe, right, your experience?
Well, my experience has been great because one of the things that I have noticed is that my core, my entire body has gotten stronger.
Okay.
I when I started with you, I was 345 plus,
Right,
roughly.
right,
Uh, and I had all types of. I was just talking about this today. I had my sleep wasn't good. I wasn't getting a full night's rest. I was waking up in the middle of the night. I was sore, and I hadn't even worked out, hadn't even done anything.
right.
So, like, my knees were hurting constantly. I was getting tired very quickly. I had no energy. So those little things, while I definitely have lost weight, it's those other little things that I noticed that has helped. Like, I've definitely been able to sleep better. I've been waking up in the middle of the night. I'm not as tired, so because I'm not waking up in the middle of the night, I have more energy throughout the day. I feel stronger, in my body. I'm able to like get up from chairs and seats and different positions. I'm able to get up quicker. My knees don't hurt as much. I'm not out of breath when I walk upstairs. Things like that. That you know, even though they may seem small, they were huge because I noticed them.
Right.
In addition to that, I weighed myself the other day, and I'm like 318 right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
to start from 345 to go to 318, that in and of itself to me is part of the process. So I could definitely see the weight loss. I can see it in my clothes, um, and I can see it just in just my overall strength as strength in all areas of my body. So my eating habits have definitely changed, but that is the area that I would definitely say has been the biggest challenge.
Okay.
And it's probably the main one that I have to really get more consistent at and conquer, because that's the very thing that got me to be, to the weight I was when I first started. It was my eating and my inactivity. So that's something that I still struggle with. I have good weeks, and then I fall off sometimes, and but it's something that I'm continuing to try to improve. So if there was anything in terms of this entire process that was the one of the biggest challenges, the eating and the mental piece of it. Just realizing something that you said, weeks ago. You said treat food like medicine,
Medicine. Yes.
right? And I take medicine for high blood pressure and hypertension, and I take a water pill, I take blood pressure medicine, and that really stuck with me. It made me really think about food differently, as opposed to it being just something for pleasure. It was something that um, uh, I'm using in order to heal myself, and at anytime I start falling off, I start thinking about that like rings in my head. So I'm trying.
No, no, you definitely doing it. I mean, I think you gave a pretty accurate description of where you at.
Hmm.
Definitely have seen some tremendous improvements in your strength.
Hmm.
Definitely have seen your mindset get tighter.
Hmm.
Definitely you're consistent with your workouts, but I think, as you said, it's your challenge is in the nutritional capacity.
Right.
That has definitely been, I would say, the biggest challenge you've had. So tell me, what do you ultimately want from this experience? Like, what's the ultimate goal?
Initially, when I first started, was I felt that I needed just to lose weight. It was very it was an a real simplistic reason.
Superficial?
Yeah, superficial reason. It was like, I gotta get rid of this gut. You know what I mean? Like, it was just something that, it was physical. It was a visual thing. But now I'm really, it's much deeper than that. It's a change of lifestyle. That's really what I'm like really coming to grips with. That this has to be something that is not just a momentary thing. It's something that, like, I will always be working out. I will always be to you to change my health and everything. It's something that, I've been telling everybody around me that I'm investing in my health. Like, you put money towards, stocks and bonds, and put money in cars and clothes, and you don't put money in yourself. So that's what I've been telling people. They're like, what caused you? Why now? Why at 46? It's like, I need to invest in myself. So that's something that kind of has come as a result of being a part of what you're doing, helping me to have a lifestyle change. That's really what it is.
So help me understand, right? I want to just get a little deeper. Help me understand when you say you want to invest in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know when you're successful in investing in yourself? Like, what is that? Like, yeah, good job today. Like, I know I did what I was supposed to do to invest in myself. How do you know that?
Little small goals. All right. So it's looking at, like, did I eat the way that I know I should be eating? And if I did it, then I know that I accomplished a small goal. And it's literally, goes throughout the day. So I kind of measure how well I'm investing in myself on meeting those goals. So, there's a lot of times when I do not meet my food goals. And, I have to remind myself, like, why are you doing this? What, kind of like what you just asked. Like, why are you doing this? What's the point? So I really battle with that. I battle with, wanting to be pleased physically, meaning, like, I want that piece of cake, or I want this, I want this piece of bread, I want the sandwich. Something that is, it's a battle in your mind. My mind's saying, like, you need this, or, you think you need it, but you really don't. And, part of investing in myself is saying, how is that food or how is that meal going to help me with my investment in myself? And if it's not, then really, it's a real mental, it's you got to be really mentally strong and tough, because your body's going to want to, like, do the easy way out. It's going to want them carbs. It's going to want that food that you shouldn't be eating.
Cravings never go.
It never goes away. It's like, even when I'm consistent for like a week or two with the eating, that craving is still there. So it's a constant battle that you have to have, and a lot of it is what gets me through a lot of the days is that really thinking about, like, how are you investing in yourself? What is it that you want? You do want to be healthier. I do want to be able to live longer. So, because I got 3 small kids, and I want to be here to make sure that I see them grow up, get married, and become adults. And that's not going to happen if I continue to do what I do.
Right. So, it's from just listening to you now, and I already know you, it sounds like you're doing a good job, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this whole journey, this whole experience we're trying to do is, you're doing good. How still can I find a way to level up and do better? And then how could I go from good to great? You know, like how do I keep elevating myself, right? Not to say that you're not already great, right? Because you already are a great person. You're doing great things for your family. You know, you're holding it down, being a principal in a school. That's a lot of caring, a lot of patience, like a lot of characteristics and virtues a person has to carry to already do that, right? How we are going to already take you from already being at the point that you're at, which is already a good point, and level you up a little bit more. What can we do on a consistent basis, or more consistent, right, to get you to that next level of like, you get another euphoric kind of experience, like, wow, like I thought my bow was strong last month, I made X change, and now my core is tighter, my upper body, yo, you see this? And yo, my energy is this, like, how can we get you to that next point? What is in your way? What is preventing you from getting there?
Wow. It's a good question.
Yeah, hot seat, baby.
You know, part of me is like, I don't know, you know, like, but I think, wow, you know, not being satisfied. So that's what comes to my head right now. Just not being content with where I am right now. It's like, you know, part of me, I'm proud of the growth that I've made, but I'm not content. I'm not totally I'm not satisfied with where I am. Like, I still look in the mirror. I still, you know that there's so much further to go. And sometimes it can become
overwhelming.
Yeah, it's overwhelming sometimes. It's like, man, I got so far to go. You know, like I'm not gonna be able to do this. And some of the things is, you know, if I'm kind of gonna break down things, like, okay, so part of it is mental, part of it is like the mental part is really reassuring and talking about, you know, what I'm not doing and what I need to do, like a constant reminder. Like, that's the mental part, to keep it fresh in my head. That's one part of it. The other part is the monitoring. So, you know, and I think, you know, I go by the adage of what's not monitored is not done, right? And I use that in my job. You know, I monitor teachers, and if I don't monitor them properly, I don't know if they're doing what I want them to do. So I think that, you know, I used to bug out when he was like, yo, take the pictures of the food. And, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I ain't never take no pictures of food ever in my life. And, you know, I was like, yo, why? But, you know, when I stopped doing that, it was almost like, to be real honest with you, it's almost like I was not consistent. And I didn't want to show you my inconsistency. I didn't want to show you my failure. You understand? Like, I didn't want people, not people, but you in particular, to, like, you know, you want to kind of put your best face forward. And too often times we don't really deal with the areas that we aren't strong in. And that's why we never really address them. You know, we kind of let them linger, and they become cancerous and toxic to, you know, our goal. And I think that one of the reasons why, and I still, to this day, I ain't send you my food today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's part of that process. It's like, you know, even about, you know, me not doing that, that's causing me to move to that next level. So part of it is, what is it in me that I got to work on, that I can be totally bluntly honest about what I do, good, bad, or indifferent, and not be hesitant about not doing everything 100%. Like, I know that I'm going to make mistakes in this process, and being okay with it. And the fact that I'm not showing you the pictures is that it's clearly I'm not okay with it yet. And that is something that, to me, that is the thing that's going to stop me from taking it to the next level. I have to be honest with myself. You know, I got to be honest with myself and everybody around me where I am with it. You know, people are seeing the weight loss. People are seeing the gains, and I'm talking about all the positive things, but I don't talk about the negative things. And that's part of, you know, the issue.
Growth.
Yeah, you got to talk about the failures so that you can, you know, benefit from them. And people got to know, like, yo, you're going to struggle with this. And, you know, and sometimes, you know, that's the thing that I think would keep me from the next level. So the thing that I need is to be relentless with the monitoring of the food piece. Like, whether you piss me off or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you're gonna be like, I don't care, D. F that. You know, show me the picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, you eating pasta. I know you eating pasta, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me the picture of the pasta. You know what I'm saying? So that I can. So I remember when I was doing showing you pictures, I would be like, I got the meat, I got the vegetables and everything, and I had like 2 potatoes. And he was like, yo, what's that white stuff in the corner? And I was like, oh man, like, yo, he's no joke. But it was like I wasn't ready to consistently be critiqued on what I ate, because it's such a personal thing. It's like you're putting this in your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like I don't want to show nobody that I'm helping to poison my body with someone that's trying to help me to stop poisoning my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to show you that shit. Like, I want to show you the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to show you like the bad stuff. So part of it is really being honest with myself and with the people that are here to help me, that, you know, when I'm doing wrong, to show that too. And, you know, I think that I won't be able to move to the ill level unless I kind of work on that. You know, I think I will be consistent. I'm excited about the running the C2 5K. You know, I'm excited about that. I even downloaded the 0 to 100 push-up joint, the app. I downloaded that one too. So, you know, there's things that I knew that in the summer it's not as crazy as it is during the year. And that's another thing that, you know, I'm nervous about, because, you know, in the summer there's no kids there. You know, at my job, it's a little lighter. You know, it's not as crazy a day. You know, in my case, it's been a little crazy with meetings and everything. But normally the summer is not as intense as it is during the year. So I'm nervous about, like, when school starts, like the week or 2 before school starts. I know that my time is going to be really challenged. And, you know, I want to make sure that I'm as consistent as I am over the summer as, you know, throughout the year. So it's something that's on my mind every day. Like, I got to keep this up, preparing for that time period, you know?
That's good. That's good. Now, you said quite a few good points. You know, one of the earlier things you mentioned was that, you know, even though you're aware that this is, you know, you could be better and that this isn't the end goal, you're also aware that you can get comfortable where you're at too, right? You can get comfortable in the little bit of progress that you did make, and that right there.
Hold on, you froze.
What's that?
Hello?
Yeah. You good?
Hello?
I'm still here. Your internet connection is not stable. What?
Hello?
Yeah. I'm here. I'm not sure what's going on. You good now?